This is your Solent journalism update at 1:30, and I'm Panar Salim. The former Toys R Us shop is opening up again to help store donors for donations for Ukraine. The closed superstore in Southampton will be used by the city's Polish Social Club. Members of that group are already starting to deliver the aid raised to refugees in Poland. Hannah DeBoats reports on the first wave of donations.
Southampton Community Group, the Polish club, have raised nearly £500 to send aid to Ukraine. The group, taking donations to refugees, raised the money to send 2 members to the Polish border. I spoke with them about how they feel taking the trip.
You know, it's nice to be a part of it in these unfortunate circumstances, but
I
we'll
just
try
feel
to do what we
guilty
can.
to just stay and just watch the telly, exactly, because
So we feel like we are doing something.
We don't want it, but you know, today is Ukraine, maybe tomorrow Poland. We never know what's going on, what's happened. We not try to say any bad, but anything can happen now. So we try to just help.
The Polish club are still asking for donations for future trips, asking the public for food and men's boots size 8 and up for the men staying in Ukraine. Any donations that are unable to be sent are donated to food pantries, as explained by Sheila Elsley, a organiser and member of the group, when asked how this was organised.
Well, I've known Pavel for about 15 years, and he approached me to say that he would like to take his van over to Poland, and he's got an associate on the other side, on the Ukraine border, so it makes it easy for them to be able to bring things over into the Ukraine area for people waiting in the queues to come in. And so we just said, right, okay, let's do it. I was in touch with Sandra, who had a room full of bits that needed to be moving, so we decided we'd get those into the van to get off. And then I put a post out on Facebook for donations, and as I say, we've managed to raise £500 to send him on his way.
Along with the other locations, Pear Tree Pub in Itchin opened its doors to help. I spoke with Sandra Oates, the owner, to ask why.
Basically, I saw Sheila on Facebook advertising for people to help, so we offered to use the function room to store stuff in it. So we've had donations handed in by customers, by local people. Customers have all donated cash as well, so they raised between them £300. So they've all helped. It's been a real community thing.
Hannah DeBoats reporting there. The main appeal for money to support refugees, organised by the Polish club, has now raised £15,000. Meanwhile, prices at the pumps continue to rise across the city. In Hampshire, the cheapest pumps are in Southampton and Portsmouth, while residents of Petersfield at the New Forest are charged the highest price. The average cost of unleaded petrol is now £1.63. The high cost is making Southampton people change their attitude to driving.
I'm not really aware of the subject, but I find it kind of abusive, I would say. It's taking place everywhere, I guess, in the world, but I find it kind of abusive. There are no explicit reason for such a huge increase.
I mean, fortunately, I just use electric, but I can see how people using gas will definitely be struggling, and it's going to make life a lot harder. I think costs in general going up everywhere, and it's just going to make it just that bit more tougher.
I'm struggling. I am struggling. I've had to go emergency today. I can't do anything till tomorrow. It's all gone ridiculous. It really has. And it's not just me, everybody. Everybody I know is having a problem.
It doesn't really affect us because we don't have a car at the moment, but we're not planning on buying a car soon because of that, really. So, not good at all.
A popular vegan supermarket in Southampton has launched an appeal to raise more than £11,000 in order to survive, and it has just 5 days to do it. Rise Up Whole Foods, based in the Hanover building, may have to sell up and lay off staff if the money isn't raised before the end of this week. Our reporter, Millie Jenkinson, has been following the story and joins me now. Millie, how has the shop got into this position?
Well, there are several reasons, really. One of them is the pandemic. It led to less footfall around town.
Right.
They were able to stay open because they are a food shop, but because people kind of went to online delivery, they really didn't have that same amount of people coming in. There's also a rise in rent. The area just behind the shop was due to be developed, so the landlord thought it'd be a reasonable thing to do. We're yet to see that land actually be developed yet. They have recent breakings. Their equipment has been breaking recently. Their providers for food has been on the rise, and just a combination of all these really have added to a position where they needed to ask the public for help.
So if people want to help, how can they help?
Well, spending their money there and helping donating really. Donating, spreading the word around, just even coming in. I spoke to a worker earlier who just said, just come in, have a chat, buy a sandwich. I think they're really open to anything really, but spending your money there and shopping seems to be the best option for them really.
Thank you, Millie.
Thank you for having me.
Repairs to benches and path and also to coastal defences will soon start at Western Shore. The popular Southampton beach area will be worked over the spring. The council is aiming to improve the environment for local people. Following 2 years of COVID-19, St. Patrick's Day celebrations will return to full force across the island of Ireland, including in Dublin, where there will be massive crowds. Places across the country will also celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Some sports now. And a massive game for Southampton on Sunday. Manchester City will play Saints at St Mary's in the FA Cup quarter-finals, with the Saints trying to bounce back after 3 straight losses in the Premier League. A win will see the Saints return to Wembley. Ben Axon joins me now with the latest. Ben, can Saints do it?
Well, that's the question, Pinar. Can they do it? Big clash coming up on Sunday against Manchester City. Saints fans will be in buoyant mood and looking forward to this one. Both of their Premier League games this year against the reigning Premier League champions were ended in draws. So Southampton are in a good place right now. Recent results in the FA Cup, they've only lost 3 of their last 18 games. So they're looking very strong indeed.
Yeah. So fans are confident about the opponents, but what about the others on the pitch?
Yeah, there's some fear around the officiants. Mike Dean is refereeing the game. Southampton have some history with him. Back in February of 2021, he was referee for the 9-0 game at Manchester United, and Saints asked for him not to referee any of their future games. But listen, the FA have said he's the man for the job. Hopefully they can make it through to the semi-finals. Also, we'll find out if James Ward-Prowse, captain, will be in the England squad in just under 20 minutes. Gareth Southgate expected to make his announcement then.
That sounds intense. Thank you, Ben. That is all from us for now. You can find all our stories and more at solentjournalism.co.uk. We'll have a TV bulletin at 3. If you can join us, please do it.